A manhunt is underway in Afghanistan after 5 soldiers were shot dead, apparently by an Afghan policeman they'd been training. 6 others were injured during the attack in Helmand Province. The Prime Minister called it a terrible and tragic incident. The Taliban have claimed responsibility. Tonight, our Asia correspondent Alex Crawford is live in the capital, Kabul, and our senior news correspondent Michelle Clifford is at the Ministry of Defence. But first, this from our chief correspondent Stuart Ramsey in Helmand Province. His report includes pictures of wounded troops receiving treatment.
Within minutes of the attack, the evacuation of the injured in the shooting began. Emergency helicopter teams bringing survivors to the British military's Camp Bastion, a short flight from Nadali. 3 Grenadier Guards and 2 military police gunned down inside the camp they shared with the Afghan National Police. The British are their mentors. They live and work with the Afghans every day. They'll have known their attacker. Inside their debriefing area, they wouldn't necessarily be wearing their body armour or have their guns ready. They were an easy target. An investigation is underway. So is a manhunt for the killer.
They were working inside and living inside an Afghan National Police checkpoint just outside Nadali district centre, close to the village called Shin Kalay. They worked and lived there, they had done for the last 2 weeks with Afghan National Policemen, and it would appear that and this is, as I say, is our initial understanding of what went on, is that an individual Afghan National Policeman, possibly acting in conjunction with one other, started firing inside the checkpoint before fleeing from the scene.
No. Pistol. Grip. The weight of expectation on the operational mentoring and liaison teams, or omelettes as they're known, has been ramped up in recent months. It's part of the new policy of engagement at every level of society in Afghanistan.
In here, you have 3 rounds here, and you have 2 rounds taken around here.
All new camps are joint operations with the Afghans. They're considered vital.
The reason why this is such a blow to the British military here is that the whole of their future operations is predicated on the fact that both the Afghan National Army and the police will eventually, after mentoring, be taught to take control themselves. The fact is, they can mentor, they can train, but they can't screen everyone who joins up.
They must find out everything there is to know about the individuals that they hire. They must have people within his community vouching for him, all right? And you must know whether the person is single, whether he has family. If he has any family, you must know the family. We must do it the right way.
But a shadow's been cast over every base and camp in Helmand, as yet more servicemen have lost their lives. Stuart Ramsey, Sky News, Helmand.
Now, these 5 deaths take the number of British service personnel killed in action in Afghanistan since operations began there in 2001 now to 198. The total number of losses, including accidents and illnesses, now stands at 229. So, as promised, let's go live to Alex Crawford now in Kabul. Alex, there's only one way to describe this. This is a serious new development.
Yeah, I mean, the overwhelming number of deaths suffered by British troops up to now have been caused by IEDs, or improvised explosive devices. These are the bombs that are planted at the side of roads and then detonated remotely, usually by mobile phone, as the troops are moving. Now, this indicates that the Taliban have got inside the rank and file of the police, possibly the army as well. We know, according to our police sources in Helmand, that this man was called Gulbuddin, that he had actually worked for a government department 2 years ago. He then went off the radar, and that's when they believed that he was trained by the Taliban, and then got himself accepted as a police officer. He opened fire inside this police base and managed to jump on a motorbike and leave, and he's still at large, and that is a very, very worrying development.